Hi viewers, I welcome you all. This is K.Y. Narayana, lecturer in Botany, Government Degree College, Urukonda, Anantapur District, Andhra Pradesh. My topic is effect of edaphic factors on plant communities. It is sponsored by Commissionerate of Collegiate Education. I will begin my video lesson with learning objectives, outcomes, and prerequisite to the topic also. Coming to the learning objectives, there are two learning objectives. They are as follows. Number one, what is edaphic factor? Number two, different types of edaphic factors and their effects on plant communities. Coming to the learning outcomes. At the end of the video lesson, we should know about the different components of soil and also their effects on plant communities. These two are the outcomes of the video lesson. Prerequisite to the topic is just you should know the definition for plant community. What is plant community? Vegetation of a habitat is called plant community. Different habitats support different types of vegetation. So type of vegetation is dependent on the nature of habitat. And plant communities are affected by different factors existing in and around the habitat. They can be categorized into biotic and abiotic factors. Biotic factors are nothing but living organisms like plants, animals, microorganisms, human beings, etc. They influence vegetation or plant community of a habitat. Not only biotic factors, abiotic factors also influence plant communities. For example, light, temperature, precipitation, soil, etc. In this video lesson, we will concentrate on the effect of soil on plant communities. What is edaphic factors? Or what are edaphic factors? Different components of soil which affect plant communities are called edaphic factors. There are at least 6 different types of components present in soil which affect collectively or individually plant communities. They are as follows: soil structure, soil texture, soil water, soil organic matter, soil organisms, soil atmosphere. The first component, that is soil structure. We will discuss the effect of soil structure on plant communities. Soil structure simply tells us the fertility of the soil as well as the stability of the soil. It is a qualitative component of the soil. It tells us the fertility. Fertility in the sense the richness in humus, presence of humus in the soil makes soil fertile. Unfertile soils cannot sustain the plant communities. So fertility should be high. It will be revealed by the soil structure. By observing the soil structure, we will able to know the fertility of the soil as well as the stability of the soil also. Stability in the sense the support that is given to the plant communities by soil. Hardness of the soil. The more is the hardness of the soil, the highest will be the support to the plant communities given by that soil. Anyway, soil structure is revealed by its vertical section or longitudinal section. It is called soil profile. We will discuss the soil profile. It looks like this. Diagram of a soil profile looks like this. In the vertical section of soil, soil profile can be revealed. To be a good soil, soil profile should be like this, with 4 different layers or horizons. Here the layers are called horizons, which are laid one upon the other. There are at least 4 layers present in the soil profile. They are called horizons. From the topmost layer, that is A, the next one is B horizon, the next one is C horizon, the last horizon is R. R means regolith or the parent rock. We will discuss each one of them in detail. Coming to the first horizon, that is A horizon. As you can see here, the color of the A horizon. dark brown in color. It indicates the richness of humus. Humus rich soil can have the A horizon like this with dark brown in color, which supports plant life. Then coming to the B horizon. B horizon, the characteristic color of the B horizon is light brown. It is poor in humus content but high in water content than that of the overlying horizon, the A. So then coming to the C horizon, which is laid just below the B horizon, it is full of rocks. The spaces between the rocks are filled with water, that is groundwater. So the C horizon is well known for its groundwater content. So groundwater table is present in the C horizon. Next, the last horizon, R. R means regolith or the parent rock, from which all the other horizons are formed gradually, one after the other, over a period of time, through a process called weathering. Weathering is nothing but the breakdown of large rocks into small particles. It is called weathering. Out of weathering, soil is formed. Out of weathering, from the parent rock, that is regolith, all the other horizons starting from C, B and A horizons are formed. Soil formation is called pedogenesis. Soil formation is called pedogenesis. The study of soil is called pedology. So anyway, soil structure or soil profile is very important to know the fertility of the soil as well as the support or the stability of the soil, that is support given to the plant communities by the soil. Coming to the next component, that is second component, soil texture. Soil texture is nothing but the composition of soil. There are at least 4 different components, there are at least 4 different particles present in soil. There are as follows: gravel, sand, silt and clay, according to their decreasing size. Particularly sand, silt and clay, if they are present in equal proportions, more or less equal proportions, and it is said to be a good soil. And it is called loamy soils. Loamy soils are very much suitable for the growth and development of plant communities. Loamy soils are made up of more or less equal proportions of sand, silt and clay. So what is the importance of soil texture to the plant communities? Soil texture gives the optimum porosity to the soil. Optimum porosity is very, very important. Porosity means the size of the pores present in the soil particles, between the soil particles. Pores should not be large as well as pores should not be less. If they are large, if the pores are large, then rainwater after precipitation will immediately percolate down into the deep layers of the soil, becoming non-available to the plant communities. At the same time, or similarly, if pores are very small, then rainwater after precipitation will not even percolate into the top layers of the soil. It remain on the surface of soil and remain there, or it may wash away as surface runoff. In either case, water will not be available to the plant communities. So pores should be in optimum size, in such a way or in such a size that the soil particles can able to hold the water between them through capillary forces. That's why the water present between the soil particles and held with the help of capillary forces, it is called capillary water. We will discuss it later. So, however, maybe good soil texture gives optimum porosity, ensuring water retention as well as air circulation between the soil particles. Air is also very important for as far as concerned roots. Roots require oxygen. Next, coming to the third component, that is soil solution. Here we are talking about soil water, but water present in the soil will automatically dissolves the minerals present in the soil. So water plus minerals is equal to soil solution. That is why we are calling it as soil solution. Because soil water as a universal solvent can able to dissolve all the solutes. In the case of soil, solutes are nothing but minerals, different minerals, micro as well as macro, boron, chlorine, calcium, magnesium, etc. They are minerals. They are present in the soil. They are readily dissolved into the water and become soil solution. That is why we are talking about, we are saying soil water as soil solution. But anyway, the total amount of soil solution present in any soil may not be available entirely to the plant communities. First of all, the total amount of soil solution present in any soil is called holot. It may not be available entirely to the plant communities. Only the small proportion or the small portion of the total amount of soil solution is available to the plant communities. The part which is available to the plant communities is called chrysald. The total amount of soil which is available to the plant communities is called chrysald. The rest of the soil solution which is not available to the plant communities is called ecard. So here there are three terms which you need to remember. Holot, the total amount of soil solution present in any soil is called holot. Ecard, the proportion of soil solution which is not available to the plant communities is called ecard. The small portion of soil solution which is available to the plant communities is called ecard, chrysald. Then here I mentioned different forms of ecard which are not available to the plant communities. For example, gravitational water, that is groundwater. Rainwater after precipitation percolate deep into the soil layers and become groundwater. Particularly in the sea horizon, groundwater can be seen in the sea horizon. It is called gravitational water because it is pulled down deep into the soil layers with the help of gravitational force of the earth. That is why it is called gravitational water. Then combined water. Water make bonds with the other chemical substances present in the soil, for example, minerals. For example, sodium. If water make bond with sodium, what happens? Sodium hydroxide is formed. The proportion of water that is in chemical bonding with the other minerals will not be available to the plant communities. Such proportion of water is called combined water. It is chemically combined with the other minerals. That's why it's not available to the plant communities. Then hygroscopic water. The proportion of water which is adsorbed on the surface of the soil particles. It is called hygroscopic water. It is adsorbed on the surface of the soil particles. It is called hygroscopic water and it is also not available to the plant communities. Evaporated water. Naturally, after precipitation, rainwater, some proportion of the rainwater eventually evaporate into the atmosphere again in the form of water vapor. It is called evaporated water, which is also not available to the plant communities. Next, what is the importance of soil solution to the plant communities? It provides, as we have discussed, it provides water as well as minerals in dissolved form in it. The next component, the fourth component is soil organic matter or humus. Litter or debris. The definition for litter or debris, because from litter or debris humus is formed. Litter is or debris is nothing but the dead plant and animal structures. Dead plant and animals combinedly called as litter or debris. Over a period of time, they will be converted into dark brown color substance, which is called humus. The process is called decomposition. The transformation of litter or debris into granular dark brown color organic substance is called humus. It is called decomposition. There are decomposers present in the soil. For example, bacteria and fungi. They are the main decomposers present in the soil. They decompose litter or debris, that is, dead plant or animal matter, will be converted into humus with the help of bacteria and fungi, which are nothing but saprobes, saprophytic habitat. They are saprophytes. They live on dead plant or animal matters and make them decompose into humus. They are called decomposers. The process of humus formation is called humification. There are two stages in the humus formation. One is duff and another one is humus. In the first stage, litter or debris is converted into, or it is partially decomposed into duff. Then in the second stage, duff will be totally decomposed into humus, that is brown, dark brown color granular matter, that is called humus. What is the importance of humus to the plant communities? Humus makes soil, gives the soil's retention capacity of water. Water is retained for a considerable period of time if humus is present, within which time plants can able to absorb the same water through their roots. If there is no humus, water will be percolated deep down into the surface layer, deep down into the soil layers, becoming non-available to the plant communities. So humus should be present in the surface soil to be able to retain water for a considerable period of time. Not only humus helps the soil in the retention of water for a considerable period of time, and also makes soil a living medium, because humus attracts n number of soil organisms towards it. That is why soil organisms are present in the soil. Then coming to the fifth component, that is soil organisms. As I have already discussed, soil organisms are attracted towards the humus. Humus presence is essential for the presence of soil organisms. Fungi, bacteria, earthworms, insects, nematodes, etc. are some of the organisms present in soil. What is the importance of soil organisms to the plant communities? Soil organisms act as decomposers, as I have discussed in the earlier slides. Bacteria and fungi, they are the main decomposers in the soil atmosphere or in the soils, in different soils, in any soil. And nitrogen fixers are also present in the soil as soil organisms. For example, rhizobium. Rhizobium fixes gaseous nitrogen present in the soil atmosphere into ammonia. Here we are talking about soil atmosphere, not aerial atmosphere. Soil too has atmosphere. That is called soil atmosphere. So rhizobium type of nitrogen fixing bacteria can able to absorb nitrogen present in the atmosphere and can able to transform it into ammonia. That is called nitrogen fixation. Not only decomposers and nitrogen fixers are present in the soil. Some microorganisms also release growth substances like vitamins and growth regulators like auxins and gibberellins, which are absorbed by the plant roots and enter into the plants and will be available to the different or various physiological or biochemical processes occurring in the plants. The last component, that is the sixth component, which is called soil atmosphere. It is not aerial atmosphere, it is soil atmosphere. Gases present in soil is called soil atmosphere. The same gases present in aerial atmosphere are also present in soil. For example, oxygen is also present in soil atmosphere, which is very, very important as far as concerned plant roots, because plant roots require oxygen for their respiration. If there is no oxygen in the soil atmosphere, plant roots will die. So that is the contribution of soil atmosphere. And as I have already explained in the previous slide, nitrogen should also be present in the soil atmosphere, by which nitrogen fixing organisms make ammonia directly from gaseous nitrogen, to the chemical that is soluble nitrogen form, that is ammonia. This is the pie diagram of an ideal soil. Particularly, this pie diagram explains about the proportions which should have in the soil. Different components, the proportions of different components present in the soil. They should be present in particular proportions if it is to be a ideal soil. For example, air, that is soil atmosphere. Air should present more or less 25% out of the total soil mixture. Similarly, water, that is soil solution, should present more or less 25% out of the total soil mixture. Similarly, mineral content, for example, micro as well as macro elements, should present more or less 45% out of the total soil mixture. At the end, organic matter, that is humus, should present more or less 5% out of the total soil mixture. Out of the total organic matter or out of the total humus present in the soil, particularly humus, the humus content should be 80%, and the roots, plant roots, should be in 10% out of total organic matter. Similarly, organisms, living organisms, micro as well as macro, they should present at least 10% out of the total organic matter of the soil, that is out of the total humus. This is the proportions of different components in an ideal soil. So with this, I will end my video lesson. Thank you for listening me and watching my video. Thank you for all. Thank you for giving this opportunity for the CCA also.